The man who terrified batsmen worldwide now grows mangoes in paradise. Andy Roberts stands among cricket's most feared fast bowlers. His name struck terror in batting lineups across the world during the 1970s and early 1980s. He pioneered the aggressive fast bowling that became the West Indies' signature weapon. His bouncer was deadly. His Yorker was unplayable. Batsmen never felt safe facing him. Today, this legendary cricketer lives a completely different life. He owns and operates a farm in Antigua, his birthplace. The island paradise that shaped him as a young man now benefits from his second career. Instead of cricket balls, he handles fruits and vegetables. Instead of cricket pitches, he walks through fertile farmland. The transition seems unlikely, but it reflects Roberts' character perfectly. Roberts played 47 Test matches for the West Indies between 1974 and 1983. He captured 202 Test wickets at an average of 25.61. He took 87 one-day international wickets in 56 matches. These numbers only tell part of his story. His real impact was mental. Batsmen feared him. Teams planned specifically to counter him. He changed how cricket was played. But numbers and records fade with time. What remains is the image of a tall, powerful man charging in to bowl, releasing the ball with frightening speed, watching batsmen hop and jump to avoid injury. That image defined an era of cricket dominance. Roberts was born on January 29, 1951, in Erling's village, Antigua. His childhood was typical for the island. He played cricket on beaches and rough grounds. He bowled with whatever ball he could find. Natural talent emerged quickly. By his teenage years, local clubs noticed his pace and accuracy. Antigua had limited cricket infrastructure then. The island produced few international cricketers. Roberts changed this perception entirely. He proved that small islands could produce world-class talent. His success inspired generations of Antiguan cricketers who followed. His first-class debut came in 1969-70 for the Leeward Islands. Coaches immediately recognized his potential. His action was smooth and repeatable. His pace was genuine and threatening. He generated bounce that troubled even experienced batsmen. Within a few years, he earned West Indies selection. Roberts made his Test debut against England in 1974. He took 5 wickets in that match. The cricket world immediately took notice. Here was a fast bowler with pace, control, and intelligence. He understood batsmen's weaknesses. He exploited them without mercy. His bowling had distinct characteristics that made him special. He delivered the ball from close to the stumps. This angle created difficulties for batsmen. His bouncer was particularly dangerous because it came from an awkward trajectory. Batsmen often misjudged its path. Many suffered injuries facing him. Some wore protective gear that wasn't common then. Helmets became necessary equipment largely because of bowlers like Roberts. The 1975-76 series against Australia showcased his abilities perfectly. He took 22 wickets in 5 tests. Australia's batting lineup, one of the strongest ever assembled, struggled against him. He dismissed legends like Greg Chappell and Doug Walters repeatedly. His performance established him as the world's premier fast bowler. Australian batsmen, known for their toughness and skill, openly admitted their fear of facing him. This psychological advantage was as valuable as his technical skills. Roberts formed devastating partnerships with other West Indian fast bowlers. He bowled alongside Michael Holding, Joel Garner, and Colin Croft. Together, they created the most feared bowling attack in cricket history. Opposing teams often collapsed quickly against this quartet. Roberts was the pioneer who showed them the way. He was the first among equals, the man who established the template. His intelligence separated him from other fast bowlers of his era. Many quick bowlers relied purely on speed. Roberts used his brain as much as his body. He varied his pace cleverly. He mixed bouncers with Yorkers and slower balls. He studied batsmen carefully and exploited their technical flaws. He never wasted deliveries. Every ball had a purpose. Every over was part of a larger plan. Batsmen couldn't relax against him. Even when he bowled slower, they worried about the next bouncer. This mental warfare was exhausting for opponents. Roberts understood that cricket was as much about psychology as physical skill. The 1979 Cricket World Cup in England proved Roberts' value in limited overs cricket. West Indies entered as favorites. Their batting was explosive, with players like Vivian Richards and Gordon Greenidge. Their bowling, led by Roberts, was devastating. The tournament became a showcase for Caribbean cricket dominance. Roberts bowled brilliantly throughout the competition. He took crucial wickets in every match. His economy rate was exceptional for a fast bowler. In the final against England at Lord's, the home of cricket, he delivered when it mattered most. West Indies won convincingly. Roberts lifted the trophy as part of a historic team. That World Cup victory cemented the West Indies' status as cricket's superpower. They remained unbeaten in series for years afterward. Roberts's bowling was central to this dominance. Young fast bowlers throughout the Caribbean studied his technique and approach. Retirement came in 1983 after a glorious career. Roberts had achieved everything in cricket. He had terrorized the world's best batsmen. He had won World Cups. He had inspired a generation. But life required new challenges and new purposes. Many cricketers struggle after retirement. The fame disappears. The structure vanishes. Depression and financial problems are common among former athletes. Roberts chose a different path entirely. He returned to Antigua. He reconnected with his roots. He found purpose in agriculture, in working the land that had shaped him as a young boy. The decision surprised many people. Why would a cricket legend become a farmer? The answer reveals Roberts' character completely. He never forgot where he came from. Antigua shaped him. He wanted to give back to his island. Farming offered that opportunity. It wasn't about money or fame. It was about contributing something real and lasting to his community. Roberts' farm is located in Antigua's countryside. The exact location remains relatively private. He prefers keeping his personal life away from public attention. The farm grows various crops suited to Antigua's tropical climate. Mangoes are a primary crop. Antigua's soil and weather produce exceptional mangoes. Roberts grows several varieties. The fruit is sold locally and some is exported. Quality is his priority. He applies the same dedication he showed in cricket to farming. Other crops include vegetables and ground provisions like yams and sweet potatoes. These feed local markets. Antigua imports much of its food from other countries. Roberts wants to reduce this dependence. His farm contributes to food security. It creates employment for local people. It demonstrates agriculture's viability as a business. Running a farm requires completely different skills than playing cricket. Roberts learned through experience and study. He consulted agricultural experts. He attended farming workshops. He experimented with different techniques. His competitive nature helped him succeed. The same drive that made him practice his bowling for hours translated to studying crop cycles and soil management. The physical demands are substantial and relentless. Farming requires early mornings and long days under the Caribbean sun. The work is manual and exhausting. Weather creates constant challenges that no amount of skill can fully control. Droughts, hurricanes, and pests threaten crops regularly. Roberts faces these challenges with the same mental toughness he showed facing hostile crowds in cricket stadiums around the world. He doesn't complain. He adapts. He perseveres. These qualities served him on cricket fields and serve him equally well on his farm. Roberts sees deep connections between cricket and farming that might not be obvious to others. Both require patience. You cannot rush results in either field. Both demand consistency. You must show up every day and do the work. Both need adaptability. Conditions change constantly, and you must respond intelligently. Success in either field comes from dedication and hard work, not luck or shortcuts. His cricket career taught him valuable lessons applicable to farming. Planning is essential. You cannot simply react to situations as they happen. You must think ahead. In cricket, he planned his bowling spells carefully, thinking several overs ahead. In farming, he plans planting seasons and crop rotations months in advance. Discipline matters tremendously in both pursuits. Cricket required daily practice and physical conditioning. Farming requires daily attention to crops and livestock. Skipping work creates problems that compound quickly. Roberts maintains strict routines in both careers. Weather affects both cricket and farming in ways that test character. As a bowler, Roberts adapted to different pitch conditions, from bouncy tracks in Australia to slow wickets in India. As a farmer, he adapts to Antigua's weather patterns and seasonal changes. The Caribbean's hurricane season creates particular challenges. Roberts has lost crops to storms multiple times. He rebuilds and continues, showing the resilience that defined his cricket career. Roberts's farm benefits Antigua beyond just producing food. It creates jobs for local people. Agricultural employment has declined sharply across the Caribbean over recent decades. Tourism dominates island economies. Roberts provides alternatives for young Antiguans who might otherwise struggle to find meaningful work. He mentors young farmers willingly. He shares knowledge freely without holding back trade secrets. He wants agriculture to thrive in Antigua. His fame helps attract attention to farming as a viable career. When a cricket legend farms, people notice. This visibility helps the entire agricultural sector gain respect and recognition. Local schools visit his farm regularly. Students learn about agriculture firsthand, not just from textbooks. They see that farming can be profitable and respectable, not just backbreaking labor for minimal reward. Roberts talks about the importance of food security with these young people. He explains how agriculture connects to national independence and dignity. A country that cannot feed itself is vulnerable to outside pressure. He uses simple language, but his message is powerful. His involvement in agriculture inspired other retired cricketers across the Caribbean. Several former West Indian players now farm or invest in agriculture. Roberts pioneered this path. His example shows that life after cricket can be meaningful and productive. Caribbean agriculture faces serious obstacles that make Roberts' commitment even more impressive. Imported food is often cheaper than local produce because of economies of scale and subsidies in other countries. This economic reality discourages farming throughout the region. Governments have not prioritized agricultural development, preferring to focus on tourism. Young people prefer other careers with better pay and social status. Climate change increases these challenges dramatically. Hurricanes have become more intense and frequent. Droughts are longer and more severe. Saltwater intrusion affects coastal farmland as sea levels rise. These environmental changes threaten food production across the Caribbean. Roberts experiences these problems directly on his own land. His farm has suffered hurricane damage multiple times. Rebuilding requires significant investment of money and energy. Insurance for agricultural operations is expensive and limited in coverage. Many farmers cannot recover from major storms and abandon agriculture entirely. Market access poses another serious difficulty for small island farmers. Small-scale producers struggle to reach profitable markets. Transportation costs are high when moving goods between islands or to export markets. Storage facilities are inadequate, especially for perishable produce. Fruits and vegetables often spoil before reaching consumers. Roberts works to overcome these barriers through better planning and partnerships with buyers. He has developed relationships that ensure his produce reaches markets quickly. Labor shortage is increasingly problematic across Antigua and the Caribbean. Young Antiguans prefer tourism jobs or emigrate seeking opportunities abroad. Farm work is viewed as low status and poorly paid compared to other options. Roberts tries changing these perceptions actively. He treats workers fairly and pays competitive wages. He creates a positive work environment. But cultural attitudes change slowly, and he faces constant challenges finding reliable workers. Roberts' legacy extends far beyond cricket statistics in record books. He showed that West Indian fast bowling could dominate world cricket. He inspired bowlers like Curtly Ambrose, Courtney Walsh, and later players including Kamar Roach. His aggressive approach became the Caribbean template that persisted for decades. His farming career adds another dimension to his legacy that may prove equally important. He demonstrates that athletes can successfully transition to completely different fields after sport. He shows that giving back to your community matters more than maintaining celebrity status. Young Antiguans see him working his land with his own hands. They understand that success requires dedication regardless of the field. His willingness to start over after cricket glory teaches humility and adaptability. These lessons transcend sport and apply to any area of life. Roberts rarely gives interviews or public appearances. He avoids the spotlight that once followed him everywhere. This privacy is intentional and carefully maintained. He wants his work to speak for itself. Whether demolishing batting lineups or growing mangoes, he lets results define him. This consistency of character is admirable in an age where athletes often seek constant attention. Understanding Roberts' farming requires understanding Caribbean history and its complex relationship with agriculture. Slavery built the island's agricultural economy over centuries. Sugar plantations dominated for hundreds of years. After emancipation, many Caribbean people rejected agriculture because of these painful associations with slavery and oppression. Tourism replaced agriculture as the economic priority starting in the mid-20th century. Islands marketed beaches and sunshine to wealthy visitors. Agriculture was neglected by governments and investors. Food imports increased dramatically. This dependence creates vulnerability that few recognized until recently. Global supply chain disruptions cause immediate shortages when islands depend on imported food. COVID-19 exposed these weaknesses painfully. Tourism collapsed overnight when borders closed. Food security became critical as supply chains broke down. Islands with stronger agricultural sectors managed better during the crisis. Antigua recognized the need for agricultural revival. Roberts's farm represents this necessary shift in thinking. His quiet example may inspire the policy changes and cultural shifts needed to rebuild Caribbean agriculture. Roberts' daily routine is demanding and unglamorous. His day starts before sunrise because farming demands early mornings. The Caribbean sun becomes intense and draining by mid-morning. The coolest and most productive hours are dawn to mid-morning. He inspects his fields daily without fail. He checks crop health carefully. He looks for pest damage or disease signs. Early detection prevents larger problems that could destroy entire crops. This attention to detail mirrors his cricket preparation when he studied batsmen for hours. Irrigation requires constant monitoring in Antigua's climate. Rainfall is irregular and unpredictable. Drought is common and devastating. Efficient water use is essential for survival. Roberts invested in irrigation systems that conserve water. He uses techniques that ensure crop health while minimizing waste. Harvesting requires careful timing and judgment. Mangoes must be picked at peak ripeness. Too early and they lack flavor and sweetness. Too late and they spoil quickly. Roberts learned these subtleties through experience and occasional failures. He now judges ripeness instinctively, using skills developed over years. Marketing occupies significant time beyond the physical farming work. He connects with buyers and negotiates prices. He arranges deliveries. He manages finances and keeps records. Small farmers must handle all business aspects themselves. Roberts adapted his competitive instincts to negotiating prices and building customer relationships that ensure his produce sells reliably. Andy Roberts chose a path that few celebrities follow willingly. He stepped away from fame when he could have capitalized on it. He embraced hard physical work when he could have relaxed. He contributes to his island's food security when he could have simply enjoyed retirement. This choice reflects character that statistics and trophies cannot measure. His cricket career was spectacular and relatively brief. His farming career is quieter and longer lasting. Both matter equally in different ways. Both required excellence and commitment. Both benefited others beyond himself. The West Indies' cricket dominance faded after his generation retired. Perhaps Caribbean agriculture will revive because people like Roberts lead by example rather than words. His farm is small compared to commercial operations, but its impact extends beyond the tonnage of mangoes produced. It shows young people that honest work has dignity. It demonstrates that fame is temporary, but contribution is lasting. Roberts proves that legends can live simply without diminishing their achievements. That fame need not define your entire life or consume your identity. That returning to your roots brings satisfaction that trophies and records cannot provide. His quiet island life teaches lessons as valuable as anything he demonstrated on cricket fields. The man who made batsmen tremble now nurtures life from Antigua's soil. Both pursuits require strength, strategy, and dedication. Andy Roberts mastered both completely. His legacy grows in ways that statistics cannot measure. In a paradise he never truly left even during his years traveling the world. Subscribe to discover more legendary athletes who walked away from fame to find true purpose.